Next up at UFC 283, we have the second Bonfim brother, the more controlled Bonfim brother, and he is taking on Mounir Lazzez. Gabriel Bonfim is 13-0. He is undefeated in his career, making his UFC debut. And he's taking on Mounir Lazzez. He's 11-2 overall, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that striking showcase win over Ange Lusa, who's a dangerous striker. I like Mounir Lazzez here. Again, I broke down all of these fights before the odds. I wasn't necessarily surprised that Mounir was an underdog, but I was surprised he was like a good size underdog. I thought this would be pretty close because Gabriel Bonfim, like his brother, right? He's a very solid striker, very high-level boxing credentials, very solid BJJ. He's a well-rounded guy, and he's the more patient of the two, and he tends to grapple a little bit more than his brother. But Mounir Lazzez is a very good striker. He's got a pretty good chin, so he can hang out in the pocket. He has a lot of power, solid cardio, works well with combinations, and he has fantastic takedowns and great fight IQ. I like Mounir Lazzez to win this fight. It is a tough fight to call because we just don't know how good or overrated the Bonfim brothers might be. They may be unbelievable and just absolutely dominate their fights, or it could be a dud. And you know what? Frankly, if his brother loses, Gabriel's going to be dealing with that and have a tough opponent in front of him. So there's going to be a lot going on. But I like Mounir Lazzez, but it may be a live bet type situation, or wait till his brother fights him. If his brother's mauled, Terrence McKinney smokes that dude, hey, it may be worth throwing a little something on Mounir because all of a sudden Gabriel's dealing with the emotions of watching his brother get the shit kicked out of him. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you hit a lot of good points with Lazzez, and I agree with a lot of them. I think that he wins this fight. I think the patient approach from Bonfim, I think a patient approach for anybody is a recipe for disaster against a technician like Lazzez, because this dude has crazy active hands. I do liken this fight a lot to the Ange Lusa fight because Ange Lusa is 1-2 down the middle, hook at the end of his combinations, but very simple, basic, plots forward, and Lazzez just floated on him, right? And I think that he can do that to a lot of guys. And somebody like Bonfim making his debut, he's probably coming out second. He's going to be in the red corner, I'm assuming, right? Yep. Brazilian people going nuts as he's walking out. He's going to be all filled up with emotion. He might be tight. And, I think Lazzez throws over 100 strikes, lands over 100 significant strikes, I should say, stays to the outside and gets the job done. I think the people that will beat Mounir Lazzez are people that can just explode on him, like Worley Alves did. But I don't think that Gabriel Bonfim's going to be able to take this guy out. And I don't think he's going to take him down either. And that is his only path to victory, in my opinion, is taking him down and trying to submit him. But I like the footwork. I like the busy hands. I like the technique. The guy's a sniper. Give me Lazzez as well.
Yeah, and Lazzez has decent takedown defense at 71%. And it's not like it's been wildly tested, but yeah, he's a very well-rounded, very capable guy. And I'm surprised the lack of respect he's getting because, and this is just MMA comment sections in general. Like everybody's 100% positive that their guy's going to win. Oh, yeah. But there's a lot of Lazzez gets murdered. It's like, but what have you seen that makes you think he gets murdered?
Dude, last week I can't tell you how many people I had tell me that Dan Ige was going to spend 15 minutes on his back and tap for his life. And I understand the comment sections are very polarizing, but I don't think that he murders Lazzez here. I don't think there's many guys that are going to murder Lazzez unless you're, again, somebody who has crazy power who could just bomb on him. But even then, that body kick from Worley Alves, that's going to buckle Cyril Gane. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's your body. There's only so much you can do.
Well, and I broke down the last card also before the odds. I picked Damon Jackson to win because I thought he would wet blanket. But I was like,
and that's fair.
If he's in a kickboxing match, he's going to get his ass kicked. The dude was in a kickbox, didn't even attempt to some of the lowest fight IQ I've ever seen in my entire life. And frankly, I'm going to bring that back when we talk about the co-main event because there's a lot of factors there and we'll figure that out in a little bit. But you and I are both on Mounir Lazzez. I love him at the $7,400 price point. There's not a lot of underdogs that I really like, and he's not an $8,100. This is a solid price point at $7,400.
Yeah, and I mean on DraftKings you get 30 points for the decision win. You get 0.2 points for strikes landed, 0.2 points for significant strikes. So it's basically like significant strike is worth 0.4. If he lands 100, right, he's got 40 points in the bank, and then he's got another 30 points from the decision win. He needs to make another, 4 points to be able to kind of pay off his price tag, if you want to look at it that way. I think he's a solid play on DraftKings, and I think he's good leverage over Bonfim. I think more people will go with Bonfim in this spot.
Yeah, people are loving him, and so yeah, I'll take the $7,400 UFC veteran that has proven to be a capable grappler, capable striker. Not taken aback by the moment versus a UFC debut fighting on the same card of his brother. There's just a lot going on, but Gabriel could look like an absolute superhero. But anyway,
love that.
We're on the same side here, and we like the DraftKings Monkey Knife Fight strike line. I think it's a more type situation. I think this does go the distance for the most part because we're on the Mounir side. I think there's a lot of striking, even in the attempted grappling exchanges. These are total strikes, not significant. So these like head pats and stuff like that, defending the takedown, those all count. 58-62. I like the more here for Monkey Knife Fight.
Agreed.
If you want to play that line, head on over to wewantpicks.com/MKF. They will instantly match your deposit. You give them $20, they'll give you 20. You give them 100, they'll give you 100. Take the free money. Don't even use your real money. Take the free money, play this line, play some others, and if you win, you have even more free money. If you lose, it was theirs. Who cares? What are you laughing at? How good my sales pitches are? Is that what you're taking notes?
It's good. And the free money thing, I feel like what people screw up with the free money is they say, "Oh, this is free money. It doesn't matter," and they put it on something crazy.
Treat it like it's yours. But if you lose it, it wasn't.
That's the money you should be conservative with, because then it becomes yours when you win. So just keep that in mind when you take advantage of this guy's awesome offers.
Yeah, see? Look at you. Huh? Even Jacob doesn't support me like that. Tides are turning.
Get you a man that could do both.
I need